Let's talk about London Indian cuisine and my other thoughts. When I was in London, I often go to Indian restaurant, but usually I couldn't find a Chinese with the same taste. Many Chinese feel difficult to get used to the curry smell of Indian cuisine. This is understandable, as most Chinese have never been exposed to the curry since childhood. But just like the late Chinese chairman Liu Shaoqi, who tried to give people a bit self-reliance during Mao's time and said, household production is like a stinky tofu. It smells stinky but tastes delicious. Curry is the same as a household production. It smells strange and spicy, but it can taste really good. Of course, my quotation may not be so proper, but I just want to use this as a joke for those Chinese who understand what I mean. Another aspect that makes Chinese people not like Indian cuisine is the appearance. As it seems in Indian dishes, everything is mixed together. You cannot see the ingredient very well. Unlike Chinese dishes that have a standard of being exquisite in color, flavor, and taste simultaneously, also as they boast. But the Chinese food is not always exquisite and may not be so good-looking at all. I think the Chinese are a bit biased in this regard. But during the Meiji Restoration, some Japanese looked down upon both Chinese and Indian food, thinking that all ingredients in Chinese and Indian food are mixed together. That's not good. Even you can see them. It is believed that the food composition of civilized people, such as the Western dishes, should be clearly separated. Vegetables, their meat there, they have to be separated in your plate. This is certainly not always true, as Western soups most of the time cast ingredients like vegetables to the atomic level, and you drink soup like drinking vitamin-enriched water. Anyway, I think the most deterring factor to eat Indian food is the clinching power of curry smell on clothing and the possibility to create stronger BO. It could be even more annoying if you use a perfume to hide the smell. But in this regard, Chinese hot spots have the same impact. Since the food of each country has its own advantages and disadvantages, I don't think it is necessary to think too much. Deliciousness is the only criterion for judging the quality of food. Don't reject unfamiliar things so much. Don't be too subjective, and you should dare to try. Otherwise, you are setting too many limits for yourself. Try it. You will find that when done well, the aroma and the taste of a curry is like no other. After all, Indian has been richer than Chinese in agricultural production since the ancient times. They have a better climate and better soil, and have put a lot of effort into cooking. In London, I have been to a lot of Indian restaurants, but what I miss the most, personally, is a small shop. It is not far from Baker Street. Baker Street is famous for the Sherlock Holmes story. From there, you go west along Marylebone Street, turn left when you see Seymour Place, and very soon you will see this shop on the left. The number is 132, and the name is Ramna. I went there a lot because I was working at the nearby BNP Paribas at the time. And besides, there was a gym further down the road where I sometimes went for a swim. When I came to this small restaurant, the host knows what I like to eat, so I don't need to ask. The dish is a spinach chicken, pronounced as sack chicken or chicken sack. Readers, if you order this at an Indian restaurant next time, you will sound like an authentic pro. According to the wiki, chicken sack or sack chicken is a North Indian style chicken curry featuring bite-sized pieces of fried chicken cooked in a seasoned sauce containing mustard greens, spinach, or a combination of both. In India, the term sack refers to any green leafy vegetables, but spinach is an important one. Though the leaves will be cut into so small pieces, you can only see a green color. You can serve it with a flat bread such as naan, roti, or paratha, steamed jera rice sprinkled with cumin seeds, and cucumber rita. Because of Indian food, I get to know the name of an Indian, Madhur Jaffrey. Vicky said she is an Indian actress. She won the Silver Bear Award for Best Actress at the Berlin International Film Festival. But all I know of her is the one who introduced Indian food to the West. She taught people how to cook Indian food on TV and wrote a memoir about how her extended family cooked when she was a child, which I read to get a sense of what life was like for wealthy families in India in the first half of the 20th century. To be honest, I'm amazed by the elegance of this lady. She makes me think that the Indians are indeed more integrated into Western society than Chinese. To put it bluntly, Indians have been MPs, ministers, and prime ministers in the UK and executives of large companies around the world and presidential candidates in the United States. I think they are successful not just because they dare to fight, but because they fight as a proper citizen with all-around capabilities. Discrimination in an immigration country is inevitable. We should protest if that happens, but we cannot indulge ourselves in such fights. It's more important just to believe you are able to do anything as any other citizen if you want, and that's true. Integration requires many aspects, especially daring to try unfamiliar things. Maybe trying Indian food is a good starting point. Just a fun point to make. In Hong Kong, there is also a similar road, which is a street driving uphill in the mid-levels of Hong Kong Island. This road starts from the east of the Hop Ya Church, near the intersection of Benham Road, Hospital Road, and the Kenny Road, and it goes up to number 55 Robinson Road. These roads form the link between Hong Kong and London. Both cities are important. Both cities are in my mind and in my life. That's the end of this story.